Welcome to Flashback 2. I very recently went back and played the original Flashback on this channel, which was a favorite game of mine back in like 1992 when it first came out. And that game actually had a sequel called Fade to Black that I played. But, true to its nature of trying to be a very sort of technically cutting-edge game, because that's what Flashback was most famous for, is their like innovation in the area of like making really fluid looking animations, making a character who behaved in what felt like a naturalistic way. Most platformers were like Mario, back then, it's like sort of bouncing around like a silly little cartoon person. Flashback felt very naturalistic, and it was a great technical achievement. And so the sequel, true to its sort of reputation for being cutting edge, decided to go 3D. But it was one of the earlier 3D action games. It was called Fade to Black. And we hadn't figured out how to make those fun yet. And so I tried to play it as a kid and didn't really work out for me. And so, that's fine. I'm glad that people try things even when they don't seem to work sometimes. But Flashback 2 is basically a brand new modern game that's meant to sort of follow on to the original Flashback. So I'm curious to see what this team has done. I mean, obviously it's been how many years now? 30 years since the original Flashback, more than that. So it's different people doing different stuff, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do. So I as I understand it, this is going to be like, I guess they call this a 2.5D side scroller, which 3D world, but you're only moving in a plane. Kind of like the impression I get is it's kind of like Shadow Complex a little bit, which another favorite game of mine from back in the day. Anyway, why don't we just push the view button to start? Which is, by the way, insane. Who pushes the view button to start? Whatever. This game is just determined to break conventions. It's already innovative. So I'm going to start a new game. And we can already kind of see how they're like updating the props and the production design from the original game. This little like hologram cube thing here, the pistol, like they kind of know what I'm going to remember from that long ago.
Alert. Explosion imminent.
Oh no, explosions are bad. Most of the time.
Conrad, stay in the pod. A time bomb is about to explode.
Is a time bomb?
Outside, your survival chances would be below 5%.
Okay, it's not in the pod.
Aisha? Is that you?
5 seconds to explosion. It's been an honor serving under you, Cadet Hart.
Oh, never mind. It was just a title, not an explosion. Whoops. It's easy to, confuse those two. Coalition was like, what rank is under a cadet? How low ranked does an AI have to be to serve under a cadet? Okay, so we gotta find Aisha and heal ourselves. Okay, we're limping along. Oh, medikit. Use this to restore your health. Cool. How? Oh, up on the D-pad? There we go.
Much better. But where am I? Let's find Aisha. She'll fill me in. I dozed off in a shuttle, and here's where I wake up? What's going on? That was Aisha's voice I heard just before the blast.
Okay, so I'm wondering if this works like the original Flashback. Oh, okay, so the original Flashback actually segmented your position. Like basically you could only stand in certain places. It's like the world almost was divided into like almost grid squares, really. Only, side-scrolling grid squares. And your character could only stand in certain places and could only move in certain places. And they would sort of string together actions, segmenting them out that way. Oh, interesting. Okay, so if I'm standing still, I do a different jump than if I'm running. That makes sense. But they put the A button in the place I'll jump to, like indicating that it's going to work. That is very modern compared to the old Flashback. Okay, what do I do? Oh, roll with LT. LT, interesting. Okay. Let me get up there. So basically, I guess what they're telling me is when they prompt a move on the screen, then I'm guaranteed to successfully do it. Oh, I should get over here where there's no HUD. Then I'm guaranteed to successfully do it. And I will end up where it says I'll end up.
Good thing that's still working.
I feel like this character's read of these lines, I mean, he doesn't seem like he's in a building that just exploded. How do I go down? Is it X again? Is it... What is it? What do I do? I want to go down. Can I push this button? Whoa, wait a minute. I can move in and out? I assumed it was 2.5D. I assumed that I was just moving left and right and that was it. But no, I can go in and out. So I couldn't reach the button because I was standing over here. That's a surprise. To have a game that's got this perspective, but depth actually matters? Oops. Is it going to open out again at some point? Oh, wait. What happens if I... Okay, I'm nervous about going down. Interesting thing happened here, by the way. So I was down here, and A was prompted on the left, and so I pushed to the right and pushed A, but the A button literally only will jump you when the prompt is there. So if it takes time for that A prompt to appear, and like basically if I push the button during this transition, like look, I'll push the stick to the right now and then hit A. Oh, okay, I missed it because it was in the middle. I'll push right now and A. Oh, look at that. So I jumped left instead because I hadn't fully turned around yet. And so the prompt was still to the left. So I really have to pay attention to where these prompts are.
Over here, Conrad.
A nod to the 2D animated.
Even though I am but a simple artificial intelligence, Conrad, I am happy to be at your service.
Okay, do I push B to skip?
Aisha, status report. Where am I and what am I doing here?
We're in New Washington, on planet Titan, in a makeshift laboratory that your friend Ian Nemechek set up. Today's date, May 22, 2134, local time T1430.
What does the T mean? Time?
New Washington? But I was in a shuttle headed for Earth. I was about to uncover an alien conspiracy, and you, Aisha, I'd left you at the GBI.
Exactly, Conrad. Ian downloaded my neural network and installed it in this sidearm. He also designed the machine in which she woke up.
Ian?
Ian? Where is he?
That's weird.
2 men just broke into the laboratory. They hit him. They planted a bomb. Then they took him.
This doesn't make any sense. To get answers, we have to find Ian.
This is almost like, okay, so I've got a sister named Zyna, which is an uncommon name. And whenever I talk to Siri, I will say, hey, Siri, call Zyna. And I just realized, let me make sure that Siri is not actually doing that on my phone. Okay, good, she didn't hear me. Anyway, I'll say, Siri, call Zyna. And it will say, calling Xena. And it just insists on pronouncing her name wrong all the time. And so I will just persistently say it correctly while she says it wrong. I'm getting the sense that that's what's going on with Conrad. Like, for some reason, Aisha pronounces the name Ian, and Conrad is, like, patiently saying Ian correctly. Oh, sorry, did I say it backwards? Pronounces the name Ian as Ian, and, like, Conrad is patiently saying the name correctly. But Aisha she's just got an algorithm for pronunciation, and she's going to use it no matter what.
I only detect your heartbeat. If Ian's still here, it means he is deceased.
I love this.
I sometimes wonder who set your empathy parameters, Aisha.
Because actually, I'm sure what this is the actors are just recording the lines on different days, and the person producing the voice recording, the person like in the outside the booth, you know, at the mixer board or whatever, that person doesn't know how Ian's name is pronounced, and so the actress and that person are like, sure, Ian's fine, and they just don't know. And Conrad's got it right, but, you know, whatever. It's like a flip of the coin. That's really what I'm sure is going on here, but I've decided that actually she's just mispronouncing names like Siri. Okay. So I've got a weapon now. And, okay, I'm trying to figure out... Oh, good. I am in the right spot, actually. I'm in the one spot without HUD. And I appreciate the fact... because I can jump through there. Well, just a second. Can I drop down? Okay, I can. And this door is locked. And this door is locked. So, yeah, it looks like jumping through that window is my option. So, yeah, it looks like they basically keyed off the fact that, you know, in the jumps were fairly, like, locked down and mechanical. And, like, if you're standing in the right place, doing the right thing, pushing the right button, the jumps would just work. They weren't really physics-driven. They were just, did you do the right thing in the right spot driven. In Flashback, they've continued that, but with sort of a different, more modern implementation where they've got, you know, like, it's almost like QuickTime event prompts, which is a more modern thing, a thing that was invented after Flashback. Oh, I assume there was glass there.
Intruder detected. Engaging facial recognition.
Uh-oh.
Match found. Class 1 criminal.
Uh-oh.
Initiating offensive protocol.
Hey, that's offensive.
Looks like we've triggered the lab security protocol.
Security drones out of commission. Requesting backup.
Okay, so now it's a top-down
Alert.
shooter.
Drones approaching.
Yeah, thanks, Aisha. I'd already noticed.
Activate the shield. Okay, here's my shield. Oh, gosh. Okay, these are medikits. Oh. Gotta reload, I guess. Wait, how did I kill the one on the right? Anybody else? It's so strange to be playing Flashback as a top-down shooter. So, like, does my shield have a cost? Like, is there any reason why I wouldn't just leave it on all the time? How do I reload, by the way? Can I reload manually, or...?
Your marksmanship is intact, Conrad.
It looks
Thanks,
like...
Aisha. To be honest, you played a part in that.
Okay, there we go. So it automatically reloads after I shoot 20 times. And it looks like my shield recharges. Okay, I deplete it. Yeah, so at the bottom, below me there, you can see as I deplete my shield, it slowly goes away. Okay, now I've got an access card. Then it auto recharges. So yeah, I am kind of incentivized to use my shield all the time, basically. It's almost like the Halo shield.
The elevator should be working
Except
now.
to decide when it's on. Okay, so...
Conrad, can you tell me more about this alien threat? I can't find anything on that topic in the GBI database.
While testing molecular goggles I was developing for my thesis, I discovered the existence of the morphs, aliens able to take human shape. They infiltrated society, stole key positions, and manipulated our data. Ian is nowhere to be found. Let's look for some clues.
Okay, yeah, so I had assumed that all combat would be done in, like, top-down type arenas. But then, no, they
This
actually...
triangular car. If it belongs to Ian's kidnappers, it should help me track them down.
But then it did throw some enemies at me in side-scrolling mode. Oh yeah, here we go. We're in semi-side-scrolling mode now. Is this locked? Looks like it is. I think I've collected a fair number of medkits. Oh, I can hack security. Wait, what is this? Oh, okay, so I'm trying to bring those two squares together, but every move I make moves both of them. Got it. Okay, that seems like it's got some potential to be fun. Wait, I set up the alarm.
Warning.
No, big
This
robot.
enemy regenerates its health.
Wait, why can't I shoot? Okay, I'm not quite sure how I did that. Okay, just healed myself. It's interesting to try to aim this gun. Under such unusual circumstances. Oh, I can save here. Nice. So I missed a poll that La Coalición did. It's lore. Won't read it. Where he was asking if you were in the bathroom and someone came in, would you just, if somebody knocked on the door, would you just say, come in, or would you say, I've been waiting for you? That's a disturbing question. Where do you get these, La Coalición?
How am I supposed to find Ian in this mess?
Is this a person I can talk to? Let's
You
see.
were in this building. Were you hurt? The explosion shook the whole market.
Wait, oh, sorry, we're in North Dakota, apparently.
I'm okay, thanks.
You were lucky.
Is there anyone injured inside?
No, I checked everywhere. No one but me. Still, you may have seen people exiting before me?
Yes, two burly men carrying a guy who looked pretty banged up. If you want my opinion, the mutants did this. Unless it was the Triangle Mafia.
I mean, I've got a triangle.
Shush! You're gonna get us in trouble.
Triangle Mafia. Like the card I found in the lab.
Is that like the triads?
May I ask you a question?
About what?
See, when it says skip instead of continue, it makes me think that, like, I'm doing something destructive by hitting it.
This card. Do you know what this triangle logo stands for?
Friends of yours?
Not really.
You could try Stoley's. I'd steer clear if I were you. For your information, Stoley's is on the other side of the market, but you'll need a code to enter.
And do you know this code by any chance?
Nope. Too bad. You should ask Noe Jadek at the market. He knows quite a lot of things. He sells medicinal plants.
Thanks for everything.
Be careful, okay?
Okay, let's get moving.
The guy said he sold medicinal plants.
All right, so yeah, so we got kind of this more like wide open space. It's more of a top-down 2D game than a side-scrolling 2D game.
I need a card in order to use it.
I can rent a motorbike to go from one area to the other. That sounds familiar. I feel like I did that in Flashback 1. I do like it when, like, way late sequels like this do callbacks like that. Like even if they didn't have to, just try to find excuses to do callbacks to the original game. It would have been interesting if Fade to Black had this kind of format. If they, if their decision to go 3D had involved mostly side-scrolling stuff, but then you would open out into these wider areas between side-scrolling levels. That's a good idea, but it's something that like would have been hard to come up with back then when 3D was so new. And also, technically, I don't know if it would have been feasible. I mean, I think that Fade to Black got by on the fact that all you were ever in was these very narrow corridors, and you could only see a couple walls at a time. Something larger scale like this, I think, would have been a lot harder to pull off. Wait, take a mission? What? Wait, there's like a mission board where you can just take random missions? Is the structure of this game fundamentally different than the original? Like, are there like side missions you can grind? Oh, wait, here's a person to talk to. Missed this the first time.
Noe Jadek, right?
Who's asking?
My name's Conrad Hart. Someone said you could help me.
Tell me about Mike Corleone. Wait. Mike Corleone? Isn't that the Godfather?
What can you tell me about Mike Corleone?
He's a scratch my back and I'll scratch yours kind of guy, but you better think twice before dealing with him.
Okay. Give me the code to Stoli's.
I was told you could give me the code to get into Stoli's club.
Hi, Fallstar, by the way.
Whoever told you that was wrong. And if I knew the code, why would I give it to you?
I've got a triangle card.
I was given this card, plus a hint I had to go to Stoli's.
I see. I guess if you're really looking for trouble, just say T-180 to get in.
T-180? Is that one of the Terminator models?
Thanks for your help.
Yeah. If anyone comes at me because of you, I'll know.
All right. Well, now I can get into Stoli's.
The code?
Usually people start by saying hello.
Yeah? Usually people don't mess with me.
I don't doubt it. The code would be T-180.
Okay, pro tip. Downstairs, they're the kind of guys you don't want to mess with either.
Thanks for the tip. I'll remember.
Yeah. So, how a video game does a club is usually like it'll be it'll often be an indicator.
You're going.
Oh, it'll be often an indicator of their performance constraints, because of course in real life and in the movies and in TV, clubs tend to be crowded. At least a club that's doing well will be crowded with lots of people moving around. And I think somebody once did like a comparison of, say, a club scene in in Starfield versus a club scene in Cyberpunk versus a club scene in Hitman, which just it really kind of ramps up, where it's like, in Starfield their characters are all very expensive, they don't have a lot of space to work with, and so like they've got sort of a few like just dancing people around saying a few generic lines. They just don't have a lot of room in their budget, either performance wise or just writing and content creation wise, to really flesh out a club. Cyberpunk takes it a little further. They really invested a lot in sort of the ambient people, but even then it does feel like it's kind of a sparse club. But then you take something like Hitman, where they poured all of their effort into, can we get as many people on screen as possible in a crowd? And Hitman can really pull it off. But that's one of the main things they're doing. And they poured a lot of effort into it that a lot of these other games just can't afford to do. And there's a lot of things that Hitman doesn't do that those other games do. So it's not like everybody can do it, and Hitman just did it better. It's about where you put your resources. Notice that in this game, the club, there's not a lot going on at this club. This is sub-Starfield in terms of population. But, I mean, it looks attractive. I don't know why people don't come here. Maybe it's because there's such ridiculous security nerds here. They won't let anybody in unless they know the password.
The mech zone is closed for now, man.
All right, I'll come back.
All right. So these two are great. I love that, like, this is when you think of a club, you think of a bunch of people dancing to, like, EDM music. But no, it's just a couple...
It's a brilliant way to meet other people, and we humans love meeting other people.
Yeah, so he's saying that. This is a brilliant way to meet other people, except there's no people here.
Hey there. Nobody gets downstairs unless I say so.
Who? Who says so? Where are you?
I'm looking for one Mike Corleone.
Do I look like a receptionist to you? Get lost.
You don't look like anything. Who are you? Where am I talking to? The purple flowers?
All right, but I'll tell Mike how you were overzealous when he asks why I didn't come.
Oh, Ranithcore points out it's probably like 3 p.m. on a Wednesday. That's why there's nobody at this club. That makes perfect sense.
Somebody gave me this card and the name of this bar.
All right, go on in.
Where is this man? Is he down the stairs?
Observation. The opulent style of this place indicates its owner is a man of means.
Maybe it was him, but he wasn't on camera at the time. I'm betting that these lines and everything were written separately from placing the characters in the world and designing the level. And a lack of coordination can sometimes lead to something like that, where it's like somebody's talking, but you have no idea who it is because the camera hasn't even caught them. So let's talk to this
I think
person.
this badge belongs to you, Mr. Corleone. I'm Conrad Hart from the GBI. I'm looking for my friend Ian Nemechek.
Ah, welcome to Stoli's, son. You'll find lots of great stuff here, but unfortunately not your friend. He did some shady stuff. Some important people really wanted to talk to him all of a sudden.
This guy looks kind of like my character, just like a little buffer and older and wearing sunglasses. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like me from the future.
Where is he?
The stubborn kind, eh? I like that. By any chance, do you know your way around a mech?
Let's see. And then Fallstar says, does he sound like the Godfather character? He sounds like he's trying to get into that zone, yeah. But, like, when you think of, like, Godfather type, you know, mafioso types, you don't think of this, like square-jawed, like, Jack Reacher type. Yeah, this guy looks like he's meant to be like Jack Reacher instead of mob boss. I don't get mob boss from this.
What does that have to do with anything?
And also, Conrad is real young. Was he meant to be this young in the original? I thought he was like more of like a grizzled veteran type guy. I wouldn't have pegged him as being like this twink.
Underground mech fights are kind of my thing, but I can't get a win against Shark Fu, my rival's champion. You beat him, and then we'll talk.
Oh, I have to fight somebody to. Okay.
I'd have to get a mech.
You can get one for 1,000 credits at Stoli's. And if you're strapped for cash, you can get a job at the Pacifica Job Agency.
Wait a minute. I'm going to a temp agent. Like my friend got kidnapped, and part of the solution to finding my friend who could be in desperate, like dire need, is to go get a job at a temp agency.
Here, take this motorbike rental car. It'll make getting around easier.
And now I've got a bus pass. Okay. So yeah, my like I'm in a Liam Neeson type situation, right? I've got a particular set of skills. I got to go get somebody back, but getting a bus pass and go to a temp agency, that's the verbs ahead of me right now. Yeah, Coalition says that guy looked more like an enforcer than a leader. Oh, wait, who's this? That's an enforcer.
Freeze!
Freeze what?
What?
Conrad B. Hart, you're under arrest. Drop your weapon and follow me.
Sorry, I don't think so.
Why is that guy vibrating?
How come a guard wants to arrest us?
Well, he's dead now.
System alerted police of an intrusion.
Okay, shields run out. I gotta. Oh, wait. How do I? Okay, I gotta heal. Dang. Okay, gotta get out of here. Okay, I feel like the first guard went down pretty easy. These guys took a lot of hits. Maybe they were regenerating. Any more? Oh, what's this guy? Am I doing damage at all? Okay, maybe I have to get... Oh, gosh! I should have waited to fight that guy until my whole shield came back.
I'd better head to Pacifica. My cover's blown here anyway.
Wait, what's my cover? Okay, let's save. Was that there before? Okay, let's rent a motorbike. I've got my moped! I'm an action hero! Coalition says, who's going to tell Mike that his latest visit just killed a couple of cops in front of his club? Wait. Okay, by the way, one thing you have to think about when you're making an Xbox game is, where do your achievements appear? They actually give you some choices. I think it used to be, they used to actually give you more choices. I think now you just pick top or bottom of the screen. But if you're putting tutorial messages and subtitles in the middle bottom of the screen, put your achievements at the top. Don't make the player wait through an achievement message in order to see the subtitles. Okay, so wait, so now we've got, ow! Now we're gonna play Wipeout? Is this... Is there gonna be combat here, or like racing or anything, or is it just this is how you get from one level to the other, and it's just driving through traffic? This is a fascinating game. Wait, oh, it said Pacifica. Wait, oh, I missed my, okay, this is a Jeffrey on the Highway simulator right here, because missing my turn is like absolutely my MO. That is what I do. Whoa. Yes, this game does not seem to have normal vehicle physics. It's just, you slide left and right, and you control your speed. This is the kind of thing that you could, I think that you're just, am I just on a spline? No, I'm drifting slowly to the right. What if I go left? Can I, okay, no, I'm not on a spline. I am, but I'm just like, my turning radius is like clamped on either side. He says, I love this ring road, Aisha. And she's like, isn't that a little repetitive? Yes, I did drive in a ring around the city twice for no good reason. Maybe more. I wasn't even paying attention. Okay, so we can wander around here. What's this sign? Anything? Who are these people? Okay, something's locked over here. Can't go in. Take a mission. Aw, no missions. Okay. There's a fancy motorbike. So Fallstar says this is trippy. No, I agree. Like this is. Wait, what is that? A blue cloud? The jungle gave us our atmosphere. Let's not smother it. Okay, so that blue cloud was just interaction point. It wasn't. That's not what I was looking at. I was looking at the graffiti behind it, which I couldn't see because of the interaction point. Examine. Oh. The newsstand. Exocorp Labs? Okay, that is also locked. What is not locked? There's probably one thing here that isn't locked, and that is the thing I'm here to do. What is it? Where is it? Yeah, so Flashback always was a little trippy. There was like, you would be like in the jungle and then in a weird lab, then in a city, and the connections between the places weren't always really clear. It did feel like it was a weird, whoa, I've got an invisible wall to my left here. Wait a minute, did I get off at the wrong exit? I just got off at the exit that looked like an exit. I can't jump over that. Maybe, was it labeled something other than Pacifica? Yeah, there's a lot of invisible walls keeping me away from stuff. Oh wait, what's that? Probably just some lore. Economics! Thanks. No thanks. Alright. Yeah, so this game, like, it continually zigs when I expect it to zag. Like, it is not doing the flashback, like it's doing the kind of flashback sequel that you actually kind of imagine people might have come up with back at the original, you know, when they were working on the original game. This isn't sort of the modern remake that you would kind of expect. You know, it's not doing like modern side-scrolling sensibilities or, you know, a lot of the stuff where you're like, oh yeah, let's just take it to let's take this old game and put it in the modern version of that genre, or let's do the hardcore, you know, basically remake version where you're like, let's just do the like let's do the game again with all of its weird idiosyncrasies. Like those are a couple different ways people do it. This is like, it's trying to make a true sequel to the original game, the way you might have if the game came out 3 years ago instead of 30 years ago. And I can actually, like, okay, here's Pacifica. So this, I may have just been in the wrong place. Let's go see if I was in the wrong place. Isn't it up that all the places have names like Pacifica and Arctica? I probably just saw a sign that looked vaguely enough like Pacifica that I just followed it without fully reading it. Okay, yeah, this is Pacifica. This is where I belong. I don't know where I was
Weapons
before.
are not allowed here.
You want my picture or what?
Right. Okay, so I'm here at Pacifica now. Now things have updated. I can save. Okay, I've only got 10 minutes left before I need to go pick up my daughter. So I want to find the Pacifica Job Agency. Wait, is it here? No, this says Titan Travel, doesn't it? I can't get in the door. But yeah, like, I almost feel like I can see in my head the design document, like the design proposal, economics, that was written for this game, where they're like, okay, it's got like the classic Flashback, you know, side-scrolling camera, but it's actually a more open world. Like, not open world is the wrong term, but it's a more open movement basically on the floor. And then we have this sort of more of a modern top-down shooter combat system, and riding a motorbike between cities. There's like a whole page devoted to it in the proposal. Like, I used to write proposals like this all the time, and I could totally imagine like the pitch that they did for this, and how like they would sort of pile on additional features to sweeten the pot. Like, whoever owned the Flashback IP was probably pitched on by the team that made the game. And a lot of the sort of the variety in the gameplay came from sweetening the pot in that proposal. And so, like, riding a motorbike between areas is not the first thing I would have thought of adding, especially if you've got a limited budget. It's not one of the first things I would think of adding to a game like of this style to make this game work better. Because usually when you're making a game, especially a low budget game, you want to pick a couple of things to be good at and then be great at them, rather than trying to do a lot of different things. Because, oh, here's a job agency. If you try to do a lot of different things, you're going to do all of them a little bit poorly. And you want to sort of put your resources wherever, you know, concentrate your resources someplace and just do something really, really well. But if the first step is you've got to get funding or support or access to an IP or some kind of publisher thing, if you got to make something like that happen, sometimes the game that you have to describe in the proposal works against that necessity. And that's like, I wrote so many proposals that were like that when I was working for Amaze Entertainment, where we were trying to get access to an IP, we're trying to like land a gig with something we don't own. And the people that we are trying to land it with are not the players. They're not the people who play the game. They're not usually even experts in what makes a game work. They're people who want to be dazzled by something shiny. And so you would write a proposal that dazzles them with something shiny that you then have to live up to. And sometimes the thing that you propose will undermine your ability to actually make the best version of that game. So Radithcore points out that he thinks that having roads that are made out of like force or holograms that are mostly transparent would actually not be good for future traffic. It does seem like there'll be a lot of distractions. Anyway, let's see what we can get done in the next 6 minutes.
Hello, welcome to the job agency. How may I help you?
I would like to use some terminals, please.
I'd like to sign up. Can I?
Of course. I'll get you signed up right away. To help you in your missions, you'll receive 150 credits when signing up.
Wait, you just get paid immediately when you sign up at this job agency? Okay, they have not apparently read enough holographic newspapers about economics.
You can use the terminals to look for jobs. You earn money each time you complete a mission. Anything else?
Well, I'm good.
See you.
Okay, so I gotta earn 1,000 credits. I've got 150 to start, I guess. I don't see where that's tracked. It just told me I have 150. So now I need to carry out mission. Are these mission boards or? Okay, so what do missions look like? So wow, so this is going to basically be not really. If I said open world, that would feel like I'm indicating something grander scale than this. But I've got a motorbike. I've got access to multiple locations in the city, and now I'm going to be taking missions to navigate the city and do, I mean, fetch quests, probably with some combat. Let's see, like, so this one is go to the laboratory, find Amy, and get her out safe and sound, because that's probably a combat one. Collect 2 packages from a young woman and deliver them to one of the market stalls. Here's the password, 300 credits. With the whereabouts of a dangerous individual named Stanley Prater, who's guilty of acts of terror. So that's taking down a target. There's some creatures. Okay, wow. So can I just take them all, or do I have to take them one at a time? Because I'm inclined to do the packages. Mission activated. Okay, so the others are inactive now. Until I do that mission. Okay, so I'm in Pacifica. I gotta click the packages. I've only got like 4 minutes. Can I actually do this? Hello. I would like to grab a package.
Hello, are you the person I need to see to pick up 2 packages?
That's correct. Have you got the password?
Yes, it's PHORM.
He spells it?
That's right. Here are the packages. You must deliver them to the Arctica market right away.
I guess if you're saying it out loud, there's no point in spelling it with a PH.
Understood. Who must I talk to down there?
No idea. Nobody gave me that info. Boss gets mad when we ask too many questions.
All right, that's vague, but I'll figure it out.
Okay, I know how to get to Arctica, because I think I already drove to the wrong place before. So driving to a similar place that would have also been wrong. Wait. I forgot where my... Was it downstairs? Was my motorbike downstairs? I think it was. Fallstar says I'm not fond of winter because it's 5:40 right now, our time, and it feels like 8:40. Yeah, the sun is fully down. The end of daylight savings time can be rough in the Pacific Northwest because while the morning gets a little brighter when you're driving your kids to school and stuff, going on your commute, it suddenly starts getting dark so early. It's ridiculous. So I wonder if there's ever going to be any conflict on this highway, or it's just me trying not to hit other cars. I wonder if this is just going to be a simple delivery. Atlantica. Was that where... That's probably where I stopped before when I was wrong. So Orthout says daylight savings is stupid. It shouldn't be night at 4 p.m. Thing is, I think that's what it does when it's not daylight savings. I think daylight savings... Isn't daylight savings what's active in the middle of the day? Sorry, in the middle of the year? Isn't daylight savings... Or am I wrong? Is daylight savings... I thought daylight time was from spring to fall. Is it from fall to spring? Oh, now I need to look it up. Anyway, so I'm here in Arctica. Oh no! I figured something like this would happen. Let's keep punching this guy. I guess I should have used my my shield more sparingly. All right, that wasn't great. Oh wait, here we go. There's a little circle on the ground.
You must be the delivery man.
In the flesh. Here are your 2 packages.
Someone made a mistake. I was only expecting one package.
Really? But what am I supposed to do with the second one, then?
It must be for my partner. Deliver it to him in Atlantica.
No. Fine.
Thank you very much.
Oh, that's my phone reminding me I need to go pick up my daughter. Now, I gave myself a little bit of flex time, so I can technically maybe pull this off. I don't actually have to leave for another 5 minutes. So, let's see if I can finish this mission. Okay, so yeah, Dr. Manhattan confirms that summertime is the weird time, and that wintertime is normal. So actually, like, and I guess that makes sense, right? Noon is at 12, and so if the sun comes up at 5 in the morning, it should go down at 5 in the evening, right? And so that's kind of what we did. Yeah, so it's like sun up and sundown should be about the same time, and it's summer that offsets it. So that when the sun is going down at 10 o'clock at night. Wait, no, sorry. 5 and 5, that's not what I meant. It would be 7 and 5. It would be 7 in the morning till 5 because same distance from noon. 5 and 5, 6 and 6 would make sense. 7 and 5, it would be the same distance from noon. And then that actually makes more sense what I'm saying now. But like in the summertime, when the sun is going down at like, say 9 or 10 at night, then that would be weird if it was also going down at like coming up at like 2 or 3 in the, that wouldn't even, yeah. So, okay, yeah. So normally it would be like from 4 in the morning until 8 at night. And so we shift it later so that it's 5 in the morning till 9 at night. Okay, I can see why we do that. Having the sun come up at 4 in the morning would be actually really obnoxious. But at the same time, who cares? It's so stupid. Like, I could get used to that. I don't want the time to change. Okay, so here is a person we could talk to, but they don't have orange on them. Am I in the right place? Wait, no, this is Pacifica. Oh, I'm an idiot. I was just on autopilot. Again, this is driving with Jeffrey. Like this is real world driving. This is how I am on the freeway. I just like get off at random places. Yep, here's Pacific. That was Pacifica. Atlantica is next. I get off at random places. I have to turn around someday. Like actually, that's why that's my favorite thing about when I used to live in Southern California, is that there was an off ramp like every mile, like clockwork, off the freeway. And so it was always fine if I got off at the wrong, took the wrong exit, because I could always turn around. I could or I could get off on, like, if I missed my exit, I could get off on surface streets that were, close enough to my destination. But here in the Pacific Northwest, you go 3, 5, 7 miles without an exit. And so when I make a mistake, when I get off at the wrong exit or miss an exit.
Who should I deliver the second package
Oh,
to?
crap.
More soldiers.
When I got off on the wrong exit. Okay, it feels like I'm stuck. Okay, anyway. When I get off at the wrong exit here, I lose 20 minutes of my life trying to get back to where I'm supposed to be. I'm trying to get away from this guy. Okay, if I can keep those... If I can keep them from getting quite as close to me, I'm good. Okay, there's some kind of... Is this where I'm trying to go?
Hey, you. I've been waiting ages for a delivery.
Wait,
Are
who?
you the guy?
Who am I talking to? Oh, there
Yes,
she is.
This must be for you. Your colleague could have warned me about the welcoming party.
She's behind a light.
You mean the drones?
Yeah, I missed the endanger your life for a delivery line in the job ad. What's in those packages?
There are some things in life that are best left unknown, young man. But thanks to you, it's a done deal. Now if you could make yourself scarce.
All right, I gained 300 credits. So I guess I'll be doing more of this for a while until the story continues. I wonder how much of the game is structured this way. I definitely have to go because I got to pick up my kid. But I wonder how much of the game is structured this way. If it's like hub where you do jobs, then story progression, then hub where you do jobs and story progression. I mean, if I was going to do it once for a game, I would try to build the entire game that way, especially if I had a low budget. But you never know. They built a bike loop in this game that it just came out of nowhere. So who knows what's going on in this game? This is a fascinating game, and it's the kind of thing that I feel like I haven't really experienced in a long time. Because usually you have like really tightly focused original indie games or huge, enormous blockbuster games are most of what I play. This is in this sort of very rare middle zone where it's people who are clearly like strapped for budget, but still, you know, going after a memorable IP, needing to sort of please, you know, people sort of outside their usual like inner circle, and it's a zone where I spent 10 years or 11 years of my career, and so it's fascinating to see a game that is in that zone. Anyway, I gotta get out of here, but there's a subscribe button and links to other videos. I'll probably put some side scrollers up here so you can see them. And, yeah. Oh, there's the original Flashback. That's what I should stick there.